Hi guys, so today's going to be kind of like a mini tutorial on how I wash my brushes and also featuring a new product by Sigma. It's the Sigma Dry and Shape. It looks like this and it's actually a really interesting product. It comes in a box like this and it's basically a holder to put your wet brushes in so they dry. And it guarantees to dry them between 4 to 6 hours instead of leaving them overnight like you normally would. And it looks like this. It's kind of like a brush roll. Same kind of material as the other Sigma brush rolls, and it has, you know, two little clasps, and it opens up, and basically it has a lot of, it has 12 elastic bands on the top, and then the little holders on the bottom. So you slide your wet brushes through here, and basically what it does is these elastic bands compress the bristles to kind of like squeeze all the water out of the brush, which actually helps it dry quicker. So I decided to get this and to try it out because it is a pain sometimes, especially with your face brushes that are larger. You have to wash them, you have to leave them overnight to dry because they do take a long time since they're larger. So when I saw this, I thought, well, why not try it? It's $29. It's available on the Sigma website. I'll put a link down below where you can get it. So let's get into the tutorial and I'll show you guys how this works. I use a brush shampoo, and the one I'm currently using is Bare Minerals Well Cared For Brush Conditioning Shampoo. I also use the MAC one a lot, and baby shampoo also works really well. So what I like to do, not to waste product, I have a cap from like an old hairspray bottle. It's just a plastic cap. What I do is I squirt maybe about a teaspoon amount into the cap, and then I fill it up about halfway with warm water. Not even, maybe a quarter of the way. And then all I do is I grab my brush. So for example, this is a 219. As you can see, it's supposed to be white and it's dirty with eyeshadow. I first just rinse it off quickly with warm water. And then I dip it into my brush cleanser. And I just swirl it around just to get all of the eyeshadow off. And then I rinse it off. I don't know if you guys can see, but now it's completely clean. And this is just the quick way to do it. And then I lay it down to dry. And I continue on. So that's how I wash my brushes. So I'll show you guys with another one. This is, I'll grab a face brush. This is a 168, which is a blush brush. Same thing, I just rinse it under the warm water, making sure to keep it upside down, not to get any water into the metal part of the brush. Swirl it around in my brush shampoo and water mixture really well, just getting it all in there. As you can see, the water is already turning pink from the blush that was on the brush. Then I rinse it off. So once the brush is nice and clean, and the water runs clear when you squeeze it, I reshape it, nice and clean, and lay it flat to dry. And that's it. Okay, so now I've washed several of my face brushes and eyeshadow brushes, and I've put them all in the Sigma Shape and Dry. And from what I can tell, the elastic bands on the top are all really, they're pretty large, so it's all for just more face brushes like blush, bronzer, foundation, kabuki brushes. It's more for that kind of stuff, not so much for eyeshadow. There is two small ones at the end, and you could fit like a larger fluffy brush to dry. So I set them all on here. And at the same time, I washed several more, and I have them sitting over here on a towel. And I have a lot of duplicates, like I have another kabuki brush here, a foundation brush, a blush brush, just to compare if the Sigma Shape and Dry does dry them faster than just leaving them on a towel. So it says between 4 and 6 hours for the Shape and Dry, so we're gonna come back in 4 hours and I'm gonna show you if it does dry them faster. Okay, so it's been a little bit more than 4 hours, and now I'm going to take out just a couple brushes to see how they did. Here's the kabuki brush, and it is pretty much, it's dry. It's like ready to use. It's nice and shaped. The inside is dry. Let's pull out my blush brush. Same thing. Nicely dried, and it's shaped really well. And here's the dual fiber brush. So yeah, everything is really dry using the Sigma Shape and Dry. And I like that it shaped everything nicely, like there's no dents. Pull out a foundation brush. I can do it one hand. It's kind of hard to do this one hand while I'm holding the camera. Yeah, like all of it's dry. Now the ones I did just traditionally, pretty much in the 4 hours. The smaller ones are dry, but I did notice like my foundation one is still damp in the middle. And also my kabuki brush is still pretty damp. Like it's not ready to use yet, it's still pretty wet. And like the blush brush is dry, but if you can see a difference, I'll compare the two here. This one, as you can see, like it shaped it nice. The Shape and Dry compacted all the bristles again, so it's nice and shaped, as this one's kind of dried off, fanned out, and not so nice. So I recommend this product. It's not that expensive. You know, it's a good deal, especially if you do have a lot of face brushes. For eyeshadow brushes and stuff like that, it won't work. Like I said, it has larger compartments that it's made for the face ones. But here's a foundation one, it's completely dry. So it works pretty good. So all in all, it's a good product. Here's a really big one, this is like a powder brush. It usually takes like a day and a half to dry, and it's all dry. It's nice and fluffy and back to its original shape. So I really like this. Let me take out the rest so you guys can see. They're all dry. What's nice about this is that you can, I like that it's compact, so I can just fold it up just like a train, like a train case, like a brush roll, and it has a little snaps, and it closes, so that's pretty nice. So it's great too for traveling. You can totally travel. You can put your brushes in here, especially like if you wash them, you can just close it up and keep them in here and take them with you like this. So it's the same material as their other brush rolls, so if you do have another Sigma brush roll, it's the same kind of material. It's nice. And I like, so overall, the Dry and Shape I think is a good bargain. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.